guys are doing well, that you're excited for the month of March. We're going to see what this month has in store for you. I'm going to start off with the oracle cards, and then we're going to get into the tarot itself. Any information also that you may be looking for, if you do want to book a personal reading with me, or if you want to follow me anywhere else, I will try to link it in the description box. So just check there. All right, let's see what's going on with you guys. March 2024 for my Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What does this month have in store? So first card we have is Opportunity Beckons. We also have Leadership. We have Listen. We have the Crown Chakra. And we have Individuality. Okay, I see where we're going with this. So I want to point out these two cards. So Leadership and Individuality showing up. This is a month of standing in your own light and standing and doing things that are authentic to you. What makes sense to you, and marching to the beat of your own drum. Hold on, let me make sure this is muted. Yeah, marching to the beat of your own drum, not letting other people make or influence you in terms of direction, what you should be doing in terms of your career, your spiritual path, your beliefs. In general, you could also be taking control of your life in a lot of different ways, where maybe you were letting outside people, whether that's family, somebody you're in a relationship with, whoever this may be, almost have more of a control over you because of the fact that you care about them. But this may be a month where you're deciding to do things more so based off of what you feel is best for you. Still taking in consideration of the fact that you care about certain individuals and not wanting to hurt them, but also taking note of what's important for you and what's going to make you feel happy. Also with the Crown Chakra showing up here, there could be a lot of reflective moments that you have throughout this month. And it's important through these reflective moments that you're taking note of what is like the common theme that you find yourself either ruminating on or having questions around. It's important, especially if this has anything to do with some sort of romantic connection. It's important to take note of what issue, what problem, what feelings, what thoughts in general kind of come up when it comes to the situation. Also with the Crown Chakra, okay, so I'm hearing that some of you guys could be in a relationship with someone where this person has cheated, or this person has been dishonest, or there has been issues in the past that keep coming up. And I think that this is something you may know. It's important to pay attention to the way that you perceive your person, or the way that you perceive the connection, in how it's making you move towards them. So for example, if there has been a history of dealing with a person and there has been cheating, because of that history, some of you could be letting that kind of keep you in the state of, is this person being dishonest now? Is this person pulling the wool over my eyes in ways that I'm not able to see? Like constantly being in that loop. And this could be driving a wedge between you two instead of actually getting somewhere in terms of progress or moving past that. Even if they're not necessarily cheating now, it could still be in the back of your head, or in the back of your head about, this person doing stuff behind your back as a whole. So this is a month of just kind of distinguishing between what's real and what's more so a fear. Okay. All right, let's pull from here. And then I'm going to do like a whole spread. March for my Taurus. So we have Opportunity Beckons that did show up in the beginning, and I have Abundance here. So for my Taurus, if you're on top of your business, for my entrepreneurs, for my Tauruses who are like having a plan and knowing where you want to go, this is going to be a month where either you get some sort of new job opportunity, or you find some sort of new way to put your business out, or a new service, a new product. And there could be a chance for you to end up leveling up in terms of how much money that you make. in terms of you seeing that there's abundance all around you. Because abundance isn't something that you necessarily manifest. It's all around us. We naturally are abundant, but of course, society, capitalism, all those different things have just kind of blinded us to how literally you just gotta get in where you fit in. Find what works for you, and you can make money from the simplest things. There's people, I always use this analogy, but there's people who's making money from vending machines. There's people who are making money from going outside and selling waters, making 3 times the profit from that. So it's about just finding your way in terms of getting in where you fit in, basically. Anywho, besides that, I also have obstacles, energy, and caution. So only thing that I am picking up on that could be an obstacle or a challenge that you may have to work through this month is keeping your energy in an optimistic space, or having the energy to keep pushing forward. A lot of you have been very resilient when it comes to things that you've been faced with in terms of obstacles. And the challenge this month is to keep going, is to say, you know, yes, I've been through X, Y, and Z, but I'm not going to let that stop me. And sometimes that's difficult. It's not that easy, but it's something that you guys are having to do, especially with resilience and hope showing up here. Okay, why is caution here? Yeah, so, and also the cautionary tale is to respect the journey that you're on. Because I do have journey here and I have achievement clarifying it. So it's respecting the journey that you're on and not expecting things to be just black and white. And our expectations being, you know, the only thing that's, or the only way, excuse me, to get to where we're trying to go. When life has a funny way of getting us to our destination with twists and turns and everything included. All right, let's pull some tarot cards to see what else is going on. All right, Taurus. We're gonna do like an 8-card spread. Taurus for the month of March 2024. What's going on? Okay, first card we got is the 6 of Swords. We got the Knight of Swords. We got the Queen of Cups. We got the Ace of Wands, 9 of Wands, Judgment, the Star card, and one more, we have the 5 of Wands. Okay. So let's get into it. So the first card is going to represent just the overall theme. 6 of Swords talks about mental clarity. It talks about moving forward, moving into peaceful times, more insight being brought in and giving us the ability to move past a chapter that consisted of a lot of strife, because we're transitioning from the 5 of Swords into the 6 of Swords. And this is like retreating, getting away from the strife, the struggle energy, okay? So this month, I think gradually throughout this month, there's going to be this peace of mind that you're getting. And this is going to help you leave a chapter behind that you've previously went through and finally have all the answers to kind of like click in those, you know, parts where you feel like you don't have full clarity. Also with the 6 of Swords, this is choosing a more peaceful route to how you're handling your stuff. If there has been, like I said, with that 5 of Swords, a lot of like strife, arguing, mental confliction, you guys are choosing peace over all of that this month. Okay, this could even be a great month for you to get over some sort of issue with a family member, friend. Here, there could be some sort of like mending of personal relationships, also with the 6 of Swords. Now, when it comes to career and finance, I have the Knight of Swords. So you could be very driven to get your money situation in order, okay? You're wanting to make more money, you're wanting to have more stability. If you've been just a little bit sidetracked or distracted by life itself, this could be a month where you're not so distracted or caught up in that and just wanting to like focus. You also could have an idea of where you're trying to go within a business or within your career and just taking more of a decisive action this month. And in you taking more of a decisive action, it's like you guys are quick on your feet. Now with the Knight of Swords, it is important, and sorry guys, I have like playing with makeup. With you having more of a decisive mindset, this is giving you a chance to like zone in and focus finally. Or there was something else I was going to say before I got distracted with the makeup. Oh, not only get focused, but it's important with the Knight of Swords that in you being focused, that you're not so zoned in on an outcome or the way you want things to be done or the way you want things to play out, that you misstep. Because the Knight of Swords is such a focused energy that you're just kind of rushing, that maybe there's certain details that you bypass or miss. So this is a month where you want to be careful, like, of rushing into any contracts, rushing into any jobs, any new jobs that could be presented to you. Make sure that you're clear on everything that you need to know, asking the right questions before you do take on like any new job or any new project. Same thing with the business. You could be really focused on getting to the outcome of having a successful business, but there could be little details you want to make sure that you're not overlooking this month, basically. Now, when it comes to love, I have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So there could be certain feelings or emotions you have for somebody. This may not be someone you're in a relationship with. You could either be separated from this person or just interested in them. And you could be very scared to express a level of interest in them or express how you feel. You could be questioning whether or not they're going to be dismissive or if they're actually going to be receptive to the way that you feel or you presenting your emotions out there. So some of you could be doing this thing of like safeguarding your emotions or your feelings, especially if this is somebody who you don't really know how they feel about you. Okay. Another thing I'm picking up on, if this is an ex, there could be this question around whether or not this person is really still, what's the word, inconsiderate, or whether or not they are going to like shut you out, especially if this has been a previous issue you had with them before, where maybe they did not take in consideration how you felt in a lot of different ways, or they struggled with being maybe emotionally available. It could be the question around whether or not this person is still this way. Yeah, I'm really seeing that some of you guys are attracted to somebody, but you could be waiting on the opportunity to make a move on this person, or waiting to see how things play out before you really put your emotions on the line. You could be very terrified to put your feelings out there and then it just be like the switcheroo situation. Especially if this is a fire sign or water sign, I'm seeing specifically. There also could be a chance for you and someone to get to know each other a lot more. This is a connection where you guys have been just kind of dealing with each other for a couple of weeks, couple of months, and there may be just certain things that you learn about this individual during this time frame in this month that gives you like a whole new perspective to who they are. So that's interesting. Now, going into the advice, I have the Ace of Wands. So the advice here, Taurus, is to take decisive action. This isn't a month to be sitting back, questioning, being super analytical in a way where you're like focusing or zoning in on what's the outcome, what's going to happen if I do this, is this going to end up bad, is this going to be good. This is a month where you want to take action because you can't think your way through life. This is like my favorite quote. You cannot think your way through life. There's just certain things that you'll never know the answer to it until you actually take action or until you're in the midst of, okay? So the advice here is to take action. Do not be trying to sit back in your room thinking through life and every decision in a way where you just talk yourself out of doing things that could actually be good for you. Okay. Also, pay attention to other people's actions. If you're having a hard time judging character, if you're having a hard time in terms of the discernment piece, pay attention to what people do, not what they say during this month. It's more important. I mean, of course, words are important, but words are only like 20% of what people really think. Okay. Understand, language is a barrier. It's actually our hindrance because words can't fully express what we think. It's kind of like I don't know. I don't know how else to put that into words. But anywho, see, I can't even put things into words sometimes. Words are just like a downplay of what we truly think and what we feel. It's just the way that we kind of vocalize it. So pay attention to people's actions coupled with their words, but more so their actions and how they correlate with the words if you're having that issue. Now, when it comes to the challenge, I have the Nine of Wands. So with the Nine of Wands, you could just be overwhelmed. This could be in the sense of maybe working a lot. You could be overwhelmed with the amount of work that's on your plate. You could be overwhelmed in terms of, being a parent or having to pay bills. Something here could just be overwhelming, okay? Also, your level of resilience. This is kind of going back into what I was saying earlier. You have been very resilient in the face of challenges. And the challenge is to continue to be resilient or to continue to have this spirit of I won't give up when it's easier to just kind of say that. Okay, especially in the realm of love. Like it's easier to say I'd rather be single or I'd rather give up or I'd rather, give up on my dreams because it's easier in the face of stress. So the challenge is not giving up and deciding to still be strong enough to keep fighting for yourself or to put yourself out there. Also with the Nine of Wands, the challenge may be this defensiveness some of you guys have kind of adopted as a protection mechanism, okay? Some of you are like kind of dating in a way where it's like, you're not really allowing yourself to truly connect with certain individuals or just in general because of the fact that you don't want to allow your emotions to be, played with or your time to be wasted or for, things to backfire. But you don't have to be in this extremely defensive or like in this energy of having like a super, super high wall up. Just pay attention. That's all you have to do. And when you go from maybe not having the best boundaries in the past, it's kind of hard to go from like, I don't want to people please. I don't want to, be a victim of just kind of allowing people to walk all over me to going to, having better boundaries. So sometimes we kind of swing to the left and we go way into this energy of closing ourselves off. So the challenge is not doing that. Deciding to not allow yourself to just shut off because of what you've been through. All right, so what I see in terms of what you're unaware of for the month of March, I have the Judgment card. So what you're unaware of, you could be unaware of the epiphanies that could be coming to you this month. There could be like these aha moments that take place in the month of March that give you this like totally different air or like a totally different perspective on your life. And this could be like giving you this reawakening. Like a lot of you are going through some sort of spiritual awakening right now. And that's why things have been like super intense. And you've been going through like this dark night of the soul, essentially. Another thing that you may be unaware of, this may be a time where your spiritual team is really with you in a way where like they're calling you outside of your comfort or outside of your shell. So there could be a lot of events that are taking place in the month of March and a little bit beyond that are going to like kind of call you out and call you to kind of step outside of your comfort zone essentially. And this is going to be for your own good. Okay, and then what you should avoid for the month of March, I have the Star card. So you should avoid basically situations that you've had to heal from. If anybody, and this is a slippery slope, okay? Anybody who has sent you into certain traumas, the only way sometimes that you can really heal from that is to put space in between you and that person. And forgiveness does entail, especially like when it's for your own peace, it does entail sometimes not being constantly reminded of said betrayal or of said trauma. And you may have to just kind of distance yourself completely. So what you need to avoid is situations where you've had to heal, where you've experienced severe trauma, where you don't have to re-traumatize yourself by like just being reminded, because biochemically our hearts remember these things. That's why when you're around somebody who's hurt you, you can't seem to shake that feeling. It's because your heart remembers how someone makes you feel. Okay, and We could go down that path all day, but yes. All right, and then beyond that, the last card I have, we have the outcome card, which is the Five of Wands. So the outcome of this month. Now, okay, so with the Five of Wands, you could be clearly seeing who could be throwing your energy off. This could be in the workplace. There could be certain people where they are just drama filled, or they are just going to be the way that they are, and you have to protect yourself, and this could be clear as day. Same thing in terms of family, if this is going on. Same thing in terms of love. You could be clear as day being able to see what the problem is and where maybe your energy doesn't necessarily align with certain people. Okay, also something significant may be coming up with a Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo during this month, so look out for that towards the end specifically. I'm also seeing, some of you guys could be seeing glimpses of things starting to look up in terms of some sort of like business plans in your career. I got the Six of Wands, the Nine of Cups. So something here could be celebratory worthy. Or I don't know if that's the way I should say it. Something should be celebration worthy by the end of this month for you. This could be either a new position. Again, you could be seeing glimpses of something working out for you within your career. So this looks interesting. But yeah, the end of this month is going to consist of having to address certain relationships in your life, career related stuff. You could also be wanting to spend more time to yourself with the Hermit showing up. Intentionally like retreating from being around certain people. Okay, but this is what I see. I hope that this was helpful to give you some insight for the month of March. I will see you later. Make sure you thumbs up the video, subscribe.